Hello friends, welcome back. It's time for another episode of BigDenoPlays Kingdom Death. It's Lantern Year 9 and we're facing off against Atlas. And in one of the most thematic and cool things to have happened, the story in the snow is this year's settlement event. How fun's that? A story in the snow and we face off against Atlas. You just can't script that sort of stuff. Thank you, Kingdom Death. Atlas, when he came out in Gambler's Chest, I was like, I don't like that guy. Why is Santa Claus in our fucking world? It's dumb. I haven't really changed my opinion on that part of it, I guess, but he's a fun fight. I also think I was probably potentially skewed against Atlas when he comes in the Gambler's Chest and you play with the Smog Singers who have these ballads, and then you can just play songs to remove all his moods, which is kind of like, yeah, really silly, but he's fun. Here he is, the big fella. Whee! So, Nemesis encounter. Atlas, the Child Eater. North Star. All the sword cards. Monsters' moods are face down in the old deck. Master's presence to the survivor with the highest sword proficiency. I'm not going to worry about putting out the stone columns at the moment. Atlas is in the centre of the board. Survivor's in the blue spaces, so we start 4 spaces away from him. Very good. Atlas goes first. Always a challenge when Atlas goes first. So let's talk about our survivors. We need one of these legendary cards. How many advanced? We need 3, and these we need 8. These level 1 Nemesis, usually 1, 2, 3, 4, feel relatively okay. But I am sending in some, and then 3 of these. Yeah, I'm sending in a mixture of, there's only one really good survivor that I'd like to survive in this showdown. The rest of them are okay, but I'm feeling pretty good about it where our gear grids are at. I certainly wasn't a few Lantern years ago, but shoring up the leather, that little detour going into the Gorm territory and gaining posturing piss was definitely worthwhile, getting our leather on track. All right. So yeah, let's go through our survivors. We have 5 survivors, obviously. Cornelius, our sword specialist. So he's wearing the same rawhide set, but we've given him the roundlet, the shield, to give him just a little bit more, to give him a little bit better protection. That's actually probably a pretty good grid for us to send out into hunts, because we get to utilise the Royal Scalpel there for its ability. And it's a pretty good all-round setup. I keep trying to find a way to also incorporate a luck token. I just can't do it because, yeah, I mean, maybe once we get scrap sword proficiency, we'll be fine. But yeah, we trigger deadly, we trigger that Royal Scalpel's ability, we get a leather shield. It's a good grid. And he's got sword spec, so very good. Brigida, our new survivor we're sending out, she's got the parent, so if she inexplicably dies, she survives. Her gear grid is interesting. We've opted for the Skull Helm, Crest Axe, Lucky Charm, Fish of Abundance, blah, blah, blah. So she's actually rocking luck and strength for a total of, yeah, pretty potent savage bone axe attacks is what we're looking for there. Gareth, which is our whip wielder. We're wisdom potion, luck potion as well. So lost the shield out of that to put back the monster grease to go back to plenty of evasion there. We also made an additional monster grease with the organs that we had for Sharon, who's heading out into the world with this leather set. And the vertebrae net, as well as plenty of evasion, so pretty good. And then we also made the Stoneface Cloak last lantern year, so we have that on our scout. So feeling okay. We are going to depart for our Atlas level 1, and then we are going to apply our arrival bonuses as well. There we are. So we don't have any terrain cards to apply. We just need to set our survivors. So most of our survivors, 1, 2, 3, 4, should be relatively capable of tanking some hits, with the exception of our scout probably. So we'll go like that. I think we're done. I think we're good. So we'll just go through his rules again. So Spark of Joy, Swordcraft cards. I'll give them a shuffle. I don't think I shuffled them, but if he triggers Spark of Joy, he does all the Swordcraft cards that everyone's got. At the start of the monster's turn, he deals a Swordcraft card face down to a survivor. We get to choose. However, with the Swordcraft card, we get to look at the card, and then we can potentially perform Deflect. So let's begin. So we will start, and we will do exactly what we just said. Master's Presence, Spark of Joy. We get to look at it for 4 seconds. Done. And the monster will draw an AI card, and he draws Freezing Club Party. Love a Freezing Club Party. The closest threat in facing. So this is a pretty good turn of events for us, this one. The way that I've deployed, we're only going to have 1 target, and they are going to be knocked down. So let's go that. So we're going to choose to target Gareth, who is wearing our Frogdog set. 1, 2, 3, 4. Into there. He's 3 speed, which would hit on a 3+, but that goes to 6+. So that's 3 hits. Great start. See where they go. Head, body, head. It's 4 speed. 1, 2, 3. So 4 damage. So 1, 2, 3. So we will dodge the head. Unless you are wearing fur or heavy gear, suffer bash. All right. That's pretty full-on start. Don't enjoy that. So we're knocked down. So that's the end of that. We will now have our turn. This will be face up, satin sleeve. So he's toughness 11. This guy should actually be here. So we're going to go with the Savage Baron Axe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right into the blind spot. So let's actually just look at the stats here, because I started to get nervous now. Sharon. No. Brigida. So Brigida's rolling 7 with the bone axe, so she's 4s on the bone axe. She doesn't yet have the axe specialization. That's a downside. And her luck is 2. Savage is very, very good. All right. Yeah, we'll go there. Bone axe in the rear. It's hitting on 4s. So we roll 3 and a 1. We're going to spend a survival to search. It's an impressive start, really. An impressive start. 6 and a 5, 2 hits. So the hits are the satin sleeve and the luxurious folds. Yep, so we'll go that one. That's a critical. Atlas melodramatically drops its sword. So engrossed in its own spectacle, Atlas forgets what it was doing, discard all swordcraft cards in play. Nice, so discarded. That is a savage wound as well, so that does 2 wounds, 1, 2. Put those there. This one, that's a 2, so that is a fail to wound. About as good a turn of events as we could ask for. That is face up. This one has +2 toughness to wound this hit location, so I think we'll do Cornelius into the rear. 1, 2, 3, 4. Boom. And he will swing with his... actually, he'll spend a survival. He'll do his action to deflect. And then he's going to spend a survival to surge. And he'll swing with the scrap sword. 7 is a hit. 2 is also a hit, I think. Yeah, scrap sword hits on a 2+ because of the blind spot. All right, so we get to use sword specialization. So I think we'll do the dashing coat button. Now we get to roll first and see what we do. That's a 6, so our strength in the scrap sword is 6, so a 6 is a wound. So we're just doing a wound at this point. This one knocks us both down. This one we take a head hit and lose our deflect, and then he moves away, and then he's knocked down, but I'm not. We'll just take the both knocked down where we are. All right, so the monster's knocked down. Very, very good. What is on top of the hit location deck? Ah, yes, maimed jellyfish. Gareth is literally strength 4, so he's 7s to wound. Don't enjoy that. Sharon, also 7s to wound with the vertebrae net. Annabelle, our scout, she's 5, so she's wounding on 6s. Maybe the scout. 1, 2, knockdown, hitting on 3s. 2 hits. 1 and 2. So we ignore these reactions because he's knocked down. So that misses. And that misses. What is on top? Is a failure. She'll spend a survival to stand up. Gareth. Gareth stands up. Gareth's still critting on 8s, I suppose. Yeah, Gareth will swing with the grapple claw. Hits twice. The trap. Uh-oh. All survivors are doomed. If there are no swordcraft cards in play, the attacker gains monster level swordcraft cards. Perform Spark of Joy. He jumps up and Pentaslash. Interesting. We'll have a closer look at it. So all survivors are doomed. We're probably going to lose. We're probably going to lose here, so I'll lose a survivor here. So this is 1 speed, 2+ accuracy, and this is on Gareth. So that's a 4, which means it's a miss. There's no after damage. Cool, now if we go and have a look at the rest of the map, we can see it's in lines non-adjacent and it's 2 up. So the only other person who's going to get hit is here, which is Brigida. So it does, that was a synchronic attack. So Brigida is also missed. Get out of here, guy. Get out of here. Good, like that a lot. I guess we will go with Sharon. Swing with the vertebrae net. We're hitting on 8s now. A 1 and a 2. We will do a surge with Gareth. Hitting on 5s. 2 hits. Did actually have this face up, but all right, so we've got a reflex. Yeah, we like that one. So this is the end of our turn. Critical. What are we wielding here? We're wielding the grapple claw. It's deadly. Humorless. You crack the handle of Atlas's cane sheath. When this causes a critical, place yourself in an unoccupied adjacent space to the monster. We are already there. Another wound. So we don't do that reflex. He's not knocked down. Probably would have preferred the critical on this one, but we'll do the critical on that one. Gain of population. Oh, a little kid jumps out. Baby elf. Good work, baby elf. And we confirm that's a crit because there is 1 luck from the grapple claw, which is deadly, and there is also 1 luck from the lucky charm. That's a very nice turn of events. So that's done. I don't think I did the wound. There's the wound. That's the end of our turn. So we'll see what's on top of that. So start of the monster's turn, he'll deal a swordcraft card. We'll give it to him. -2 to severe injury rolls. That sucks. Done. And now we draw an AI card, and it is Forgotten Century. Atlas stops to stare wistfully into the distance. Atlas drops down to 1 knee. Any attacks made during this, so we can surge because this is a new turn. Gain +4 strength. Oh my god, he's just going to gain +2 damage tokens. Atlas drops to 1 knee, knockdown. Any attacks made this, oh, everyone's piling on. Brigida's going to encourage Cornelius. Stand up. Then everyone gets to pile on. So he's knocked down and we get 4 strength. I guess Brigida will go with her weapon proficiency point on the axe. She'll go with the bone axe. She'll swing twice. She rolls a 7, which is a hit. We know this reaction, what it is. It's not going to matter. 4 is a wound. The Jolly Rump. There is a wound. What is up next? a luxurious fold. So Brigitte is surged. Cornelius will surge. He's got his sword proficiency point. He hits once, twice. 1, 2. Both of these are ignored. We get to roll first and choose second. So 1, 2. Again, knocked down, so we ignore those. There's a parry. So we'll use the grapple claw. It's an 8 to crit. Hitting on 3s. Perfect hit. That's 1. Need an 8 to crit. That's a 5, so that's nothing. That one says, Atlas, if knocked down, he stands with a hearty laugh and faces the attacker. You are both knocked down. Knocked down. So that leaves Sharon with a surge. What's on top of the deck? An impervious. Sure, we'll swing with the vertebrae-net. 2 hits with the vertebrae-net. 1, 2. That's pretty good. He's knocked down again. And so we will actually do this noble jellyfish first. So if, because of the, that's a persistent injury, so Sharon's got an innate luck. Vertebrae-net gives us 2 luck when attempting to wound locations with a severe injury, persistent injury I should say. So 10, 9, 8, 7. So a 7 to crit the noble jellyfish. It's a lantern 10. Vertebrae-net, very good. And we get a random basic resource. Excellent. A monster hide. Now this one's impervious. If your wound attempt is even, if it's odd, suffer bash and gain the priority target. So bash and priority target. She's also knocked over. We have Annabelle. Annabelle surging, our last surge. Ooh, this is going well. What's on top of the hit location deck? The dagger. That dice is gone. Oh, just 2 hits. Just 2 hits. 1, 2. It's +4 during this attack. That's a 1, that's a miss, and a 5, so that's a wound. Okay, so that's all of our surges. Wonderful. Forgotten Century now comes into play, and Atlas has +2 damage tokens, and that card is now archived. We've got to do 2 wounds to this clown to kill him. He's now standing back up. So what we know is that Atlas is going to perform Stance Punked, which is limbic stimulation. Limbic stimulation is reveal a mood into play. He's got 2 wounds remaining. So if we use our scrap sword guy, which is probably our most likely, Cornelius, he'll swing twice. He hits on a 9, it's not a perfect hit, and a 2 is also a hit. All right. So we have to do that when it's first strike. We do a wound, which removes that. However, it now puts a mood into play. We'll just grab this one. When Atlas is knocked down, it stands and is immediately performed Spark of Joy. However, if this wounds, we end the fight. And we don't. Of course we don't. All right. Literally need one wound. Who's our best bet? Savage Bone Axe, maybe? Brigida. Swing with the Savage Bone Axe. We'll have to stand her up from someone. Cornelius. She'll move into the rear. Perfect hit. We get one. Come on, Brigittes. 7's enough. Is it a crit too? No, it's not enough, but that's enough. We defeat Atlas the Child Eater. In theory, the Atlas fight is quite awesome. I'm yet to... No, that's not fair. I reckon I've had 2 or 3 fights with him where it was just unreal. Where he's bouncing around and flicking guys. Sometimes he just rolls around on the ground and you just whack on him, which is nice when you do that. But yeah, that was a fine outcome. That card, I don't remember if I've seen that card before. Forgotten Century. He falls down, and everyone belts on him with +4 strength, and then he stands up and he's +2 damage. If that happens early and he doesn't have many wounds down, that is probably a showdown ending fight situation. But as it was, we escaped relatively comfortably. Let's go and have a look at the rewards table. So I'll just double check everyone's weapon proficiency. So we got an axe, got a sword. We did get a whip, which was deadly. Sharon has no proficiency, and Annabelle did get a dagger. So, rewards table. 1 hunt XP. Excellent. Return and advance the year. So we roll 1d10 and add the level to the result. Iron is nice. 6+ would be amazing. Come on. Oh, it's a 4. Do we take the iron or do we try and lifetime re-roll it? Oh, it's a tough call. It's a tough call. 4. We definitely want the population more than we want the iron, so we'll use a lifetime reroll. Into a 9. 2 population, they gain the benefits of a settlement newborn. So I have a little bit of knowledge of something that's coming up. So why has Baby Elf got the parent? Baby Elf doesn't have the parent. How did I give you the parent? All right, 2 newborn survivors. Anne Marie, very good. And her mum will be Cornelius with a sword. Sharon. Oh, it randomly applies. That's cool. I'm going to shuffle it and do it my way anyway, though. But good work, Scribe Guy. I love that. And then another one. So we'll make this one a male. We're at 14. Oh. Dylan, you son of a bitch. What do we want? What do we want? We want Scythe proficiency, Mossy, and Baby Elf. The sword. Okay, we'll do the character cards. So, Dylan, you son of a bitch. Dylan gets the magma. That's cool. And who was our other one? Baby Elf doesn't get the parent. Baby Elf wasn't born here. Anne-Marie. Anne-Marie gets the hunger. Ooh, strength and marrow hunger. Marrow hunger's a bit of fun. I'd be more enthusiastic if we had Marrowism in our settlement. Done. Okay. So the person whose lifetime reroll I'm going to use there. Oh no, we're going to lose some of our other survivors now. Baby elves. Glad you came to the party, baby elf. You're a cool guy. All right, that's the end of our thing. So we'll go on to our card, settlement card. Let's give these a delightful little shuffle and then separate them as evenly as possible, which it'll be this one. We'll split that into two. 1, 2. And then for the left side, we will select number 8. And for the right side, we will select number 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And this one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the two that we have to choose from are the number of times I've drawn Clinging Mist in this campaign is outrageous. Knighting. This is super cool. Okay, so we choose a random returning survivor. So we'll go from the top down and we'll roll 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we roll 1, 2, 3, 4. So Annabelle is our returning survivor. They rise to receive the honour code. Choose a table based on which virtues they have the most of and roll 1d10. Insanity is 7, so insanity is highest, so we will make a vow of persistence. Now we're doing knighting, by the way, we're not doing Clinging Mist, fuck that. We could literally just ruffle stomp this campaign, but I think I've said before, at that point it's just like, well, yeah, you're already going to win, mate, so just pack up shop. You can literally fight at a level 2 or level 3 in Lantern Year 1. So Destructive Vow. That's bad for a scout. Or gain the Rageaholic Disorder. Well, this one's all right. 4, gain the Rageaholic Disorder. Some of those are quite interesting. If any survivors with 0 hunt XP in your hunting party die, you retire. Quixotic's nice. Iron Will's very nice. Iron Will against the Black Knight would be absolutely clutch. Could you imagine? All knockback is reduced to 1. We would lose everything in the settlement from a resource perspective, unless we dismantle an innovation. So we shall dismantle the Negredo innovation. It is dismantled. 2 story events. Hooded Knight. So let us roll on the Hooded Knight table. who's come back to train Hammer in how to wield the Twilight Sword in preparation for our showdown with something that we don't know about yet. What could it be? Who's to say? If any survivor has the Twilight Sword, they duel the knight. So we have, what do we have, 3? Yeah, gaping chest wound sucks. Oh well, a 9. So if we look at the roll of 9, and we look at Hammer's stats, so he has 3 weapon proficiency with the Twilight Sword. So we add a total of 12, which is gain 2 levels of weapon proficiency, 1 insanity and 1 survival. 1, 2. 1 survival, 1 insanity. The knight has unfinished business, which will add to the timeline. Lantern year 14. We have another Gorm climate next year. And we have one more story event, which is self-invited guest. Now, I recall this one as being bad. I recall this one as sometimes people die. So this one could be another lifetime re-rolls one, depending on what we roll. Here is Happy Santa. A long-awaited guest arrives. Convivial celebrations and mirth follow wherever the guest visits. A friendly sparkle in its eyes and a towering portly impression is felt more than seen. When the guest departs, the settlement's wistful cheer evaporates, changing to horror. Nominate a survivor to plumb the depths of despair. Atmos's favourite little helper gained the Chaos Elf hat rare gear. I forget that. Is it cursed? If it's cursed, I'm going to be spewing. No. It's not cursed. It's just rubbish. It's actually alright, I suppose. 4 armour to the head. Great. Well, that can just stay in the fucking box. Actually, that's never getting put on. Nominate a survivor to plumb the depths of despair. So we definitely will nominate one of our newbies. Baby Elf, maybe? Baby Elf can't use a lifetime re-roll, though. Sharon's got a luck. I wouldn't like Sharon to die. No, we'll probably just nominate Baby Elf. So if we just go through the options, Baby Elf dies, fine. The 2 lowest Hunt XP die, fine. That's Baby Elf and Jonah, who both die, fine. Both lifetime rerolls gone. This is, you suffer a hamstring, lose half the resources from the settlement storage, not good. 1, archive the piece of gear with the highest resource cost that we have. So, what is that? I think off the top of my head, the highest resource cost is actually going to be the hollow stone cloak, which we literally just finished being built, because it requires 4 resources. And that's the only way that I can determine highest cost. So we would lose our stone-faced cloak that we just got, which we can rebuild it. We have the technology. So yeah, I'm just going to have Baby Elf do it. Baby Elf who picked up the Chaos Elf hat. Baby Elf rolls a 1. Ah, well, we lost the stone-faced cloak. Tragic. Tragic turn of events. We'll add our single monster hide into our settlement storage. And that may have just allowed us to do an endeavour this turn. Spindly paw is a bone. Stout kidney's an organ. Oh, it's good times, it's good times. All right. So we have plenty of endeavours to spend. We're going to do some trepanning to remove things. But let's definitely do an innovate. Oh, I do actually need to remove Negredo. What was it? Done. We'll just add it in here. Funnily enough, there's no real explanation for what dismantling an endeavour means. So we all just assume that you put it back into the innovation deck. Okay, yes, so the first one we're going to do is innovate. We're not going to do our festival again. We are going to definitely try and... Yeah, I think we want to try an augury. Let's go and look at our survivors first. Actually, no, I lie. Let's do our innovate because that might determine some other things. So we'll lose the monster hide. We will lose the Gorm stout kidney. We lose the Frogdog spindly paw. Important one. Well, important-ish. What are we looking for? I can tell you what we're not looking for. We're not looking for Negredo. I'll give you the hot tip. Paint would have to be a strong contender at this point. Nightmare training's never bad. Scrap smelting also never bad. Records, no. It's definitely paint. We take paint. What was I actually looking for, really? Song of the Brave, yeah. I want Song of the Brave. We take paint. We add paint. We finally have access to dash, which probably means we're able to go hunting a high level now. Sculpture consequence. Paint. Paint. It's actually that pictograph, not this one. So I have to say, we're starting to get into the mid-game now. Well, we literally have just hit the mid-game at Lantern Year 10. And I'm very excited because I feel like this Lantern Year period now, which I would have said before was, you know, maybe probably some of the... It's going to be very exciting because the Black Knight, you know, we're going to get to face the Black Knight 3 times, maybe build some new armour, which we've never seen before. So we have paint. That's very nice indeed. A lot of stuff in the deck. Oh, bed, cooking, face paint. Yeah, a lot of stuff in there. It's a crapshoot as to what we get. So just looking at our survivors, so who do we need to trepan away? Cornelius, fine. Hammer, fine. Junie, I don't know what's more important at this point. Trepanning or trying to get a baby. We've rolled so badly on our baby rolls. What's in our storage to get rid of? A fresh acanthus. All right, we're going to try and roll it. Someone who's got understanding 2. Anyone? Anyone out there? No. All right. Let's go Anne-Marie. Anne-Marie will use the augury to try and get us a baby. Please, Anne-Marie. So if we roll a 1 to 3, we will lose a fresh acanthus. If we roll 4 to 7, she'll gain a survival. If we roll an 8 plus, it's a 6, so she gains a survival. We'll try again. Come on. Come on. It's a 4. We'll try again. I think we're going to do 2 more tries. This one. Oh, baby. That's it. It's baby time. Well, it's almost certainly baby time. There'll be some lifetime rerolls in play for that. Califax, welcome. Step up. Time to show us what you're made of. I have another female. Latasha. Califax, my guy, that sounds like a name that you would give to your child. We might try passing a Twilight Sword proficiency down. No, actually we don't want to risk losing that at this point. We just want probably some nuffies. There's not really many nuffies left other than our newbies, I suppose. Let's go Annabelle. All right. We've got to actually roll the intimacy roll first, Dino. Come on, Dino. Come on. A 7 and an 8. You'll love to see it. It's a 7. I mean, it's not one of the just average results. Baby time. Intimacy. We don't have a bed. The male and female survivors share a deep bond and gain 10 survival each. All right, Latasha, let's look at your character card, shall we? Oh, we made it. I didn't think we were going to make it. This has been a great turn of events. And we got Dash, the Berserker. That's fun. Character cards. Getting them nice and early actually has made it pretty exciting. Califax and Annabelle get max survival. Already at max. Okay. Story event. What's that thing called? Principal Society. Do we accept the darkness? Yeah, we'll accept the darkness. Much prefer accept darkness. And we'll roll on the table. We'd like to nominate a female survivor with quixotic disorder. That'd be great. 5. Oh, shit. Do I re-roll that to try and get into nominate a female survivor? Heralded as the settlement's leader. Quixotic. That cannot be removed for any reason. Leader and orator of death. I do like leader. We could give it to Brigida. Actually, who's our favourite right now? So many good ones. No, we won't waste a lifetime reroll. We'll just give 10 insanity. Junie. Junie's my favourite, 10. Mossy, 10 insanity. Would have liked to have nominated a leader. So an 8 out of the need insanity. Brigida. Let's go one of our newbies. Dylan, you son of a bitch. Good stuff from Dylan. A magma. Dylan's going to get in there with his freaking grapple claw scythe and whip it real good. I'm actually flabbergasted that we got there. And the reason we got there is because I rolled into using a lifetime reroll, getting some population. So it's a great play for me. We're going to do some trepanning to remove the disorders of Junie. Attempt to remove the disorders of Junie, I should say. First attempt, that's an 8. I think that's cure intracranial hemorrhage. Yep, we'll try again a second time. That's a 3, that is remove a disorder of your choice. I think we will remove squeamish. Who have we got left? Squeamish and prey are both fine. Rageholic's fine. Proctophilia's fine. So unfortunately we left ourselves just one short of doing a storytelling, which would have been nice. So I guess we'll use our final one to appear at the drafting table and see if we can get a seed pattern. We'll just do one of the newbies, the guy with the magma, he can do it. A 7. Vision, 1 understanding, once per lifetime. The magma. Alrighty. That'll do. Big hunt next year before we start to get into some exciting moments. So the Black Knight in 3 years' time. So we'll probably move over to Dragon King now and start hunting him. Maybe a level 3 Frogdog, but I don't know what. Yeah, if we get a level 3 Frogdog with Song of the Brave, we get to hunt a Bull Frogdog, which is what we get copper for. So, but I think we might go Dragon King. So I'll prepare that. Look forward to seeing the next episode. Big Deno out.